Well, hello and welcome back to Sky Factory 3. Yeah, you can see we've made a few changes. Done quite a bit of expansion around the platform. So we are building up a better area. We've got some covered barrels to stop the old rain getting in. We've got some barrels full of dirt that we can sieve. Now I do want to keep, let's keep 3. And there is a reason for that, which I will explain in a sec. But let's get another couple of stone. So I've been busy grinding. We've got a total of 33 cobblestone, which is a start. It's not ideal. It's taking absolutely ages, as it always does with these things. But as well as the old twerking trick, you have also got the sprint trick. If you sprint past the trees, there we go, you can actually make them grow pretty instantly. So that's even quicker than the twerk route. So yeah, I've been sort of, in the very little amount of free time I've had, grinding the old trees. But yeah, onto the extra bits of dirt that I'm saving, that I'm trying not to use at the moment. What I am doing is trying, when I'm sieving, to actually get some of the dark oak saplings. And obviously with those, you're going to get a much higher yield of wood, much higher yield of saplings, and it's just going to help kind of get our progression happening a little bit more quickly. So where you have your seeds, oh, there's another one just growing as well, marvellous. But I'm not going to stand here and grind wood for the entire episode, because let's be honest, you already know how to do that, and the last thing you want is to see me just standing around chopping down trees. Not fun. So yeah, what we can do with the let's do it with the, we'll do it with this oak one, just because obviously it is an oak seed. But you can plant the sapling, or plant the seed, that will give you your sapling, and then you can just sort of replant it or pick it up, and that will actually give you the actual sapling back. So I've done that with a couple of the dark oak seeds that we've had. Obviously I want to do these in a 4x4, hence the reason that we need the extra 3 dirt. And I'm kind of thinking, why don't we go for here? Maybe, can I get to that? I can. And we'll make this a 4x4 dirt area. There we go. And then once we actually get our 4 dark oak saplings, hopefully we should have enough with the old light here as well. That let's have a quick check. Yeah, good, fine with the light levels. So yeah, once we get our 4 oak saplings, then we'll be able to get our dark oak trees up and running and have a much better yield on the wood, etc. So there we go. Let's sift this quickly, see if we can get anything exciting out of it. It's given us another, at least one cobble, so we're up to 34. That's fair enough. Oh, nope, we're wanting those. So what can we do with all this cobble? Well, we can break it down, and for that we actually need a hammer, which is pretty straightforward. Literally just 2 sticks, 2 cobble, like so. That will just give us our stone hammer. What we can then do is actually take our cobble, and we can boom 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 boom. Unfortunately, again, we don't have a vein miner with this, which makes it a little bit tedious. But I think we can actually get some tools at some point that are upgraded that will actually kind of work on that basis. But that will actually give us our gravel. We can then break the gravel down. Again, just using the hammer. That will give us sand. And then we can break the sand down. And that will give us dust. So dust is useful because we're going to get obviously different drops and things, as is sand. But with the dust as well, we can pop that into water. Boom. That will actually start giving us clay. And when we're starting to look at the tinker stuff, which we started to set up over here, the clay is going to be dead important, because what I want to do is, albeit be it a very small one, I'd like to get a tinker smeltery up and running as soon as possible, just so we can start processing the ores that we're going to start getting out of our sieving escapades. But of course we can actually go through and we can actually sieve our gravel. It's a sort of a percentage chance of getting drops out of those. There we go, we've got a couple of flint. Same with the sand. Kind of not expecting we'll get very much at this stage, and also with the dust as well, if we get anything at all. So no, we didn't. So we managed to get some aluminium ore pieces, we managed to get a couple of flint, which is a start. That's the rest of our cobblestone there. So why don't we break a bit more of this down into gravel, because it's the flint at this stage that I'm actually after. Because what I want to do is start to get some of our tinker's tools underway, and for that ideally we're going to need a bit of flint. Let's get this sieved, hopefully we'll get a little bit more flint out of it. Alternatively we can get absolutely nothing whatsoever. Oh, there we go, we've got some more. Is that copper, do we think? Oh, look at that. Awesome. So we've now got, oh, we've got copper, we've got iron, excellent. Oh, we've got gold. Super. So let's do another. Oh, we missed one over there as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So again, obviously once we get our cobble going, and we've got our clay, not only can we use that for our tinker smelter, we can also use that for making the crucibles for starting a bit of lava production. And once we've got a lava production, that means we can start looking at getting our cobble gen underway, which will start solving that, and we can stop kind of sieving for cobble quite so much. Be nice if we get a few more drops, please. Okay, what have we got now? So we now have 2 silver ore pieces, 2 iron ore, 2 aluminium ore, and 2 copper piece ore. Now what we need with these is we need 4 of those, and that will make like a chunk almost. I can't remember what it's called exactly. And then you need 4 of those chunks to actually make an ore block. So I think what we'll do, we'll hang on to those for the time being. We've got 5 flint. We've got a start of a few ore pieces. Why don't we start with our tinker's bits? So I've set up a little tinker's area. So we've got just our usual crafting station, we've got our stencil table with a few stencils in it, we've got the part builder, we've got the tool station, we have our pattern chest, and we also have our part chest, which is good because they'll link into the different tables here, so we can actually store some of the parts that we're making. They'll start off the chests as single slot, but obviously as you make your patterns and store them in there, that will expand, and the same with the parts. And obviously as we go on and we get the iron, we can start getting our tool station, wherever that is. Tool station, here we go. So I think there's the iron version, which is the cheap version. We say cheap, but you need, I think it's like 4 iron or something like that to even get that started. So that'll be the advanced stuff. But the Tinkers has changed a little in the way it works, but we'll start by making, and I think what I want to do is, let's look for our, is it our shovel head that we want? And our axe head. So let's make a shovel head. Let's make an axe head. Let's get our tool rod. And we can use some of the cobble that we've actually got here. Let's grab a couple of bits of that. Okay, so what we can now do in our part builder, let's put our, let's do a stone tool rod. So as you can see, it used to give you a shard as well, but it doesn't now. You don't get anything. It's the whole cobble block used for that. That is a bit of a pain. But let's do our axe head, and we need 2 flint now, so you can see it's more expensive for our axe head, and I think we need 2 also for the shovel. Yeah, so things are considerably more expensive than they were. We can put those into our pattern chest now. You can see that's expanded. We can actually use the flint, obviously, to repair. So stick those away and let's put our parts together. So we are trying to make the mattock. So that will give us something that we can use as a hoe. It will also be something we can use to chop down trees, something we can use for plants. So it's a bit of an all-rounder. So that gives us our clumsy flint mattock. There we go. So that is that there. So we can attach 3 modifiers to that, so we can get repair on that once we actually get, I think it's a ball of moss. And I think we can make that in the same way. Ooh, not moss. Tinker's Construct, so the mending moss. So right click on a bookshelf with this to convert it into mending moss. 10 levels, wow, okay. But that is mossy cobblestone. I think we can do it, there was another way I thought of getting mossy stone. Let's have a look. So we don't want to do stone essence, so you've got cobblestone and vines. So an imbuing station, chiselling, a void resource miner, okay. But crafting wise we are looking pretty much, wow, that's going to be quite tricky to get, isn't it? So somehow we're going to need vines, which I think we might possibly get if we grow a jungle tree, which we do have, but I could be wrong. So we can always come back to that. But yeah, so now we have a tool that we can actually use sort of when we're actually chopping our trees down. It's a little bit more versatile. We can sort of start leveling it up as we use it, but obviously from a repair perspective, I think it does take 2 flint to repair every time, but yeah, it's considerably quicker than punching trees. We've got a tool that we can use obviously as our, oh, killed that one. Starting to get a little low on the old crooks, but yeah, it's a tool that we can use then as sort of our wood cutting, which will start making things a lot quicker. Look at that, that is much faster. Happy, happy days. And that puts us well on the way to a couple more bits of dirt. There we go. Like so. So there we go. So we've got our hammer. We've got our mattock. So it's a crude. So we need to get 500 XP on that. So it's only got a very, very, very low durability, which is a bit crap, which is why we kind of do need to start getting a few more resources going. I did plant over here. I know it's growing very slowly. We've got some wheat growing, but I think the key thing is that we need to try and get the wood happening, and getting the old dark oak going. What have we got there? We got some melon seeds. Oh, that's good news. Good news indeed. So we'll put those together for the moment. So other things that we can start looking at with this. So we've got sort of a little bit of a tree farm. I've actually built a storage crate. This is actually additions. With this you can't actually break it. If you do, you lose the stuff out of it. There is a way, I don't know whether is it packing tape? Packing tape, seals, storage drawers. So you've got the storage drawers packing tape. You also have this packing tape, which is paper, string and slime ball, and I think you need that in order to be able to move these, if I'm correct. But the storage crate is pretty easy to make. You can actually upgrade those as well, so you get medium and you get large, and there we go, this is what we need. So you've got the storage crate managers, and I think there is one that will actually go into this where you can, yeah, storage crate keeper. I think this is the one that you need, and with this you can actually sort of upgrade it with this, and this will disappear once you've used it, but you can use that to actually break the crate. So obviously you need iron, you need black quartz, so we need to actually get black quartz ore. I think there was a recipe, always thought there was a recipe for black quartz, but obviously I'm incorrect. So that you can get this through sieving. Ooh, soul sand through flint stiffened mesh. Okay. So that's something worth bearing in mind, is that we can actually use different meshes in our sieves as well, which will help. But the storage crate themselves, pretty easy to make. So it's just 4 chests, 4 planks, and a wood casing. And the wood casing, again, very easy. We're just looking at 4 planks, 4 sticks, and a log of your choice. But it just means that you do have extra storage space. I mean, you've got, wow, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13 by 9. Lots and lots and lots of storage space. And we're starting to get pretty full up in a double chest as it is. So that is dead helpful. So, kind of thinking, what else could we do? It's kind of been quite grindy. Quite grindy indeed. So we've got our tinkers underway. Try and have a little bit of food. And cobble generator, again, is something that we need to get to fairly quickly. But again, this is going to be an awful lot of grinding. I did put a furnace in, which just meant that we can actually start making a few torches to expand the base out. Obviously, we've made our bed. But yeah, it's been very much a case of kind of getting through and trying to grind stuff. And I've not had any sugarcane seeds yet, I don't think. Let's just have a quick... No, it doesn't look like we've had any sugarcane seeds, which is a little frustrating. We have had melon seeds, we have had pumpkin seeds, and we haven't had cactus seeds either. So I'm hoping that we can sort of carry on sieving the dirt. Oh, this is going to be a nice big tree. A lovely big tree, which is going to be a pain in the arse to cut down by the looks of things. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. But yeah, I've just, like I said, not had a great deal of time, but it has been very much a case of grinding with what we do have. So I'm wondering, can I break as much of this as possible and start making my way up the tree? There we go. So we can use the wood. Start breaking the leaves around here. This is all going to obviously go some way to helping our mattock upgrade. But I mean, these big trees are great. You get lots and lots and lots of wood off them. Lots of saplings. But they are kind of awkward to cut down. Let's jump up here. There we go. Hopefully we should be able to get that without breaking too many and losing anything. Can we get up here? Is that going to allow us up here? Perfect. So we've quite expanded. We've, to be honest with you, not really played for very long. We've probably only played in total for, I guess, a couple of hours. Oh no, there we go. That's the mattock. No, that wasn't the mattock, was it? That was our crook. Fortunately, we do have some wood, and we can just knock ourselves together a very quick... Oh! That was stupid. Very quick bench. Let's make ourselves another crook. There we go. We'll have you back. I think you are. There we go. Get back up here. You. Has that expanded over to another tree? It might have done. But yeah, now I think expansion wise, I'm kind of in two minds. Obviously getting the resources, so getting the iron, sort of the coal, all of that is dead important. But I'm also kind of thinking about expanding the platform. and start looking at stuff like getting the animals. I would like to start trying to get a better source of food. Sadly, we don't have fluid cows in this particular mod pack, which would have been great with us being in the ocean biome. I'm hoping that we will still be able to spawn. Look at that, 37 saplings, that's awesome. I'm hoping we'll still be able to spawn a decent number of passive mobs on the grass. I mean, yes, we are equally at risk if we don't light it up properly of getting, if I could start putting you in there, start to getting that turned back into water again, because I don't know when our next rainfall is going to be. So I can start carrying on sieving. We've only got one dirt there. I don't think we've really got anything else. We have got quite a few apples. We have got a few silkworms, so in theory we might be able to make a little bit more dirt. Stick those in. There we go, that's not bad, is it? Doink, doink, doink. So that's 5 that's given us so far. Okay, that gives us 15. That gives us 5 that we can still eat. So I'm kind of wondering, because we haven't got grass seeds, so whether we actually go and extend our platform out a little bit, and see if we can't start getting ourselves a few cows and things happening. Probably need a few more than that, in all honesty. Let's turn you. All the slabs. Let's just make you all the slabs as well. There we go. Can never have too many of those. So it's only going to be a very small field. We could do probably with getting some sticks as well. So let's just turn that into wood, that into sticks. Now I think with this we need, yeah, we're at 1.10, so we do need those fences, so it's not the nice easy fences. Oh, okay, so there's a gate, and then there we go. I mean, that will do for now. That's a start. So we've got some fences. Let's pop our grass up there. So I'm kind of thinking, which way should we expand out? Sort of thinking this way. Now we'll take some torches with us as well. Maybe we'll take all the slabs. So we'll need a little edge. We need to make ourselves a pathway, and I'm kind of thinking, let's make it 1, 2, 3 wide. We need to go out, I think, 24 blocks. Let's just check our achievement book actually, because that should actually tell us. So anything actually we can do that. So we've crafted cobblestone, we've crafted a hammer, we've sifted gravel, sand and dust, we've made tinker's tools, we've made clay, we haven't made a crucible yet, and we haven't built a cobble gen. But let's have a look at the animals. A field of grass 25 blocks away from your base for spawning animals. Okay, so why don't we do that, because we do also need to make a an area. Ooh, let's not take our book with us, for spawning the mobs. But I'm kind of under the feeling that maybe we should make something for animals. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Okay, let's walk back as carefully as we can. That was 20. Let's start widening this out, and we'll start putting a little bit of a fence. Oop. It's always this bit. It's always that slightly hairy part, and always ending up getting the cramp in your little finger from being on shift all the time. Oh no, we don't want to be doing that. No, 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 no. Doink. And then doink, doink. Doink. Come on. Doink. 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 I'll have you back before anything can think about spawning. And then we need 5 more, I think it was. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right, so from here we can start making our area. Now we've got 9 blocks, so that's not a bad thing actually. So we'll go like that, so that's our 3. So we need to go 1 more out this way, so we want to leave 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, and let's go back on here, grab those slabs, there we go, and we need to get fences round fairly quickly. 1, 2, 3, and up the back there and there. Oh, we didn't go wide enough, did we? We didn't go wide enough, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get our fences in. Now let's try and expand this out actually a little bit further. Try and get our fences back without losing them. But we will be wanting our gate, which we have put there. Our gate is going to... Oh, hello. I'll have you back, thank you very much. There we go. Let's try again. Gate. Fence. Back to our slabs. Back to our shifting. 1. There. There, and there. What we need to do now is gather these back. Ooh, lost you. And you. Oh well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Hopefully we'll get this one back. Ooh. Oh well, that'll be a no then. But what we can do is we'll put torches, I think. Let's put torches on the corners here. I'm going to make this all... Ooh, make this all 1 block solid. More for aesthetic purposes than anything else, but we're lit up enough that this is fine. So let's grab the torch. Grab the fence. Thank you. Put that there. Fence back. Torch back. Grab our little grass seed. Take you back, and let's stick that in the middle, and that should start then spreading out fairly quickly to the rest of the area. So we can do now is just start putting our fences back along here, and as we go we'll start getting that lit up. But that should start us off and get us our little area for mobs that will start spawning. We'll whiz back and we'll go and get some more sticks just so we can finish this fence off and get it lit all the way along. Let's take you like so, and you, and a few more of you. Oops. Oh, we've made gates. My gates, you idiot. What are you doing? Oh well. Let's try this again, shall we? Well, I'm sure we can burn them or they'll come in useful or something like that. To be fair, we actually probably could do with those, if we're honest. Let's gather you. Ooh! Oak boots. Oak boots. Yeah, I'm not sure we want those. But good to know you can have them. But what we can do, let's put ourselves, not there. Well, actually, yeah, there is fine. Doink, doink. Might as well just have, just in case, a little bit of a gate between us and what's going on up here. But hopefully this will give us the start of our animals. And I think, you know, if we're doing anything like that, we can actually compost some of those bits. Are you actually growing? You're not. Okay. But again, let's just kind of make this a little bit neater as we go. It's not like we are short of wood, is it? But it's just those gaps. I know everybody's going to be like, no, 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 you don't need to do that. Blah, blah, blah. For me, I just prefer to have everything as it should be. A bit more aesthetically pleasing. There we go. And you get some more slabs. Lovely. Doink, 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 doink. There we go. So that has finished that off. So that will give us our little area. What we'll need to do is actually go along every few blocks actually and put some torches down. There we go. It's starting to spread now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On number 7. And let's just have one there. Excellent. So that has now given us our little area that hopefully will start spawning us a few animals. And yes, we've got oak fences, but we can either use those or we can burn them or whatever. But we will find a use for them one way or another, which is good. So that is something that we can mark off again in our achievement book, is that we have managed to build ourselves our little area for spawning. It should be big enough. You know, again, once we've got those, we can start breeding. We're growing wheat, which should allow us to sort of breed whatever we get. So I don't know whether we're going to get chickens or whether we're going to get sheep or what. I think there is a possibility, because we are in the ocean biome, that we might have to build a trap. So if we don't start getting any spawns, we'll need to look at the Pam's Harvest Craft traps. Oops, that's that one gone. Oh, down to one crook. Yeah, to start actually tempting animals into our area, which means we're going to need to make bait. But we can choose, obviously, with the type of bait that we actually use, will depend on the type of animal that we can actually get. So I think it will be interesting to see whether we actually do get any spawns to start with. Being ocean, you're not going to expect that you're going to get anything really actually naturally spawning in the ocean. We're too high. I think, what level are we actually at? We are at level 57. So we're actually, if we built ourselves a pool, we are at the right level to spawn squid, which is good. But yeah, I think we could probably sort of carry on doing a bit of grinding, maybe start looking at building the darkroom area. The last time we did this actually in Sky Factory, we did build something that actually involved quite a lot of depth and quite a lot of height. We built a sort of like a natural mob spawner, but it was one of the tall ones with a drop. What we could do is build a very simple sort of dark area that we can just use slabs to actually get the dark points. Oh, are we out? Are we out? Oh, we've got sticks. Oh, it's Poppy. Say hey. But yeah, we could quite quickly get ourselves a little dark area, which I'm kind of thinking we might maybe look at doing for our next episode. This is going to break very shortly, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. So that is now dead. So we are going to need to repair that, and I think we need more than one flint, if I'm correct with this. So pop you back in there, pop that there, and that there. Oh no, nope, we've been able to do it with one. This is good, this is good. So we can carry on chopping away at our trees with our lovely new mattock. There we go. Let's see, can we get any more leaves? Come on. Come on. Thank you. So yeah, it's been a bit of a slow progression. We're certainly, when I kind of compare to where we were with Sky Factory 2, we are quite a good deal further on sort of in this particular pack than we were with Sky Factory 2 at episode number 2. I think we were still massively twerking for trees and not a great deal was happening at that point. But no, we are making what I would deem as being a fairly good progress. Let's go and have a quick look and see whether our grass has spread. Very nearly there. Look at that. We've only got 4 blocks to go. Excellent. And then we should hopefully start seeing some animals. So what we can do is, if nothing is actually spawned by the next episode, we will look at the Pam's Harvestcraft traps. I think it is that we're going to need. Is it traps? Ground traps. There we go. So we'll make the ground trap, which is dead easy. We can do that pretty much straight away. That is just sticks and string and a chest and trapdoors. What we're going to have issue with is the bait. So we're going to need the bait. So you've got a fruit bait that will pull in some mobs. You've got wolf bait. You've got ocelot bait. We've got cow bait. So cow bait, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's a couple of bits of wood. I wonder whether we can actually use that. So we've got rabbit bait, we've got horse bait, we've got chicken bait, or you've got these baits, which is the Pam's bait. So the grain bait is one that we can do quite easily once we've actually got the old grain up and going. So we could probably do with getting a few more. I think the veggie bait will get pigs. The fruit bait, I don't know. I don't know what that's going to pull in, but we can certainly get chickens, I think, and we can get yeah, we should be able to get cows. I hope we can get cows anyway. Start compressing these down. There we go. So I'm wondering whether it's very quickly worth us just making this a little bit more expanded. There we go. Just do a couple. Grab a couple more seeds. I think we have... yeah, there we go. We do have a few more of those. And we do have potato seeds and stuff like that we can use. But there we go. Our mattock can be used as a hoe. We can start that growing. That's 57%. That is slow. We do need to get some water in there. But yeah, it gives us a start, and it does mean that we can start to try and get ourselves some animals. Have we got a dark oak seed? We haven't. We've just got another acacia seed. How very sad indeed. Never mind. There we go. So yeah, a little bit of a sort of, well, grindy stroke sort of progression-y type episode. So we started getting off some of the things in our book, which reminds me, she says, if she actually presses the right keys, we can actually check off field of grass, 25 blocks away from base for spawning animals. There we go. Let's check that off before we go, because we can. So yeah, there we go. Bit more progression. Base expanding. I will carry on grinding away. Be sieving a ton of flint, I should imagine, to try to get some ores, and obviously grinding down for the sand and the gravel and the clay that we actually need in order to make our bricks for our Tinker's smeltery, which I really want to get onto as quickly as we possibly can. So I shall get back to grinding, but for now guys, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we shall see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.